This presentation is for my sports sales and sponsorships course, and it's on sponsor, attachment, and affiliation. We will discuss the relationship between Comcast and Philadelphia sports, the Phillies, 76ers, Philadelphia Eagles, and the infamous Broad Street Bullies, the Philadelphia Flyers. Comcast is headquarters in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and has made a mark in the city, being the largest and number one communications provider in the Philadelphia and the tri-state area. Comcast completed their headquarters building in 2008 worth $540 million, right in the heart of downtown Philadelphia. Comcast is also a network of NBC. Comcast launched Comcast Sports Net Philly October 1st, 1997, with a slogan of "We live Philly sports," and have made a staple in the city of Philadelphia and is synonymous with Philadelphia sports. This relationship between Comcast and Philadelphia goes way beyond sponsorship. I mean, Comcast sponsors all four of the major sports teams in Philadelphia. As we see here, the Wells Fargo Center, it says a Comcast venue. Comcast dominates sports in Philadelphia. As we see here inside the Wells Fargo Center, you can see Comcast logos and signage throughout the whole building. Also in the Wells Fargo Center during the 76ers game, we can see the same signage. Here in Philadelphia Eagles, as you see all the way in the back, Xfinity. Comcast has basically sponsored just about everything that goes on with Philly sports and have created such a stronghold on the sports environment. They've gone beyond just regular sponsors of sports. They've realized that Philadelphia fans are so passionate that Comcast knew that if they tapped into that fan base and made themselves known in Philadelphia sports, that their popularity will grow extremely high in Philadelphia, which is what has happened. Here we see also Citizens Bank Park. Citizens Bank Park, as we see here, more Xfinity logo. Now, Comcast went ahead and bought the rights for Philadelphia games. 95% of all of Philadelphia Phillies baseball games are broadcasted in Philadelphia through Comcast Sportsnet. A huge media rights deal, which has generated tons of money, not only for the organization, but also for Comcast. Because right now, if you live in the city of Philadelphia, if you have DirecTV, Verizon, Dish Network, you would not be able to see close to more than 95% of all the Philadelphia Phillies games at home. The only way you'd be able to see them is to go to a local venue or to go to the ballpark. Now, granted, this contract between Phillies and Comcast ends in 2014, which right now it's in the news because Fox Sports is pushing really hard to try to get the media rights deal for the Phillies, as it's been such a big moneymaker for Comcast, and Comcast has already said that they're not letting go. So it's going to be real interesting to see where that heads in next year. But moving forward with Comcast has when I say Comcast has tapped into sports organization in Philly, here we see Xfinity Studios. Xfinity Studios is home of the major sports broadcasting radio stations in the city. So not only do they sponsor all the sports teams, not only do they sponsor the venues, do they have stakes in the venues, they also basically own. Well, they basically house all of the broadcasting for sports radio. So they're very tapped into the media, which goes beyond the event. Here we see 97.5 along with their sister stations all broadcast through Xfinity Studios, which is in Philadelphia. Here, I would say 2 years ago in 2010, around there, Xfinity and Comcast went above and beyond and created a huge, I would say, a huge building in the heart of the Philadelphia Sports Stadiums, which is in South Philadelphia. And this is the grounds of the old Spectrum, which was torn down to make the Wachovia Center. Well, excuse me, now it's called the Wells Fargo Center. And Xfinity Live, it's basically a sportsman's dream. Inside, there's a bunch of restaurants, a bunch of bars, as we see here. There's television screens, 360 view of and always showing nothing but sports. Of course, Philadelphia sports get the priority when there's an Eagles game. It's on all the TV screens. Everything is eagled up. Many athletes come here. It's a major hangout in the city. And as you see here, it says Comcast Spectator. Comcast up there says NBC Sports Arena because Comcast is owned by NBC. Um, their presence in sports has gone way beyond. Comcast sponsored um, the teams and then realized that there can be much more, and they just went ahead and tapped into the media, tapped into the entertainment. And this right now, and it's a major hotspot. They have great restaurants. Um, the nightlife is incredible. Right now, you can't see all the restaurants in this picture, but there are close to about 4 or 5 different restaurants in this building. So it's a really big building. It has a VIP section on the top, which is usually where you'll find all your Eagles players, your Phillies players, your Flyers. Hanging out in Xfinity Live. They also have events that are held here, news conferences that are held here, press releases have been done here. Comcast has really, really made their brand synonymous with Philadelphia sports in the region. Um, and that's a positive note. Comcast has had a vision, and when we talk about the partnership and the sponsorship between Philadelphia sports and Comcast, it's positively been a great thing for both organizations because Comcast has gone above and beyond to promote Philadelphia sports, to bring in the fans to love the Eagles. They rally, they force the community to rally around the teams, and it's been a great thing for Philadelphia sports. As you see here, they have festivals, and these festivals help the organization because it brings the fan base together to root for their teams and fall in love with their teams and be loyal to their teams. So Comcast and the Philadelphia sports organizations, all three of the big four, the Flyers, the Phillies, 76ers, and Eagles, have a great relationship and has basically turned a passionate sports area like Philadelphia to go above and beyond a passion for sports.